What's up guys, Jason here. In this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock mob and XP farm. This farm works on 1.16 and on all other versions of Minecraft Bedrock, whether you're playing phone, tablet, Xbox, PS4, Nintendo Switch, or PC. By the way, this farm is more efficient than my previous mob XP farms. As you guys can see here, this farm will give you a ton of loot and XP. For this farm, all you'll need is 2 chests, 2 glass blocks, 3 stacks, and 37 stairs. You guys can use any type of stair that you want. 1 lever, 8 observers, 3 torches, 4 pistons, 1 trident. By the way, you guys can use a trident with any level of durability because the trident will never break in this farm. 1 hopper, 1 minecart with hopper, 1 rail, 2 magma blocks, 2 water buckets, 50 ladders, 12 dead coral fans. You guys can use any type of dead coral fan that you want. 2 signs, 8 campfires, about 13.5 stacks of scaffolding. By the way, if you guys only want to make 1 layer of this farm, you'll only need about 4.5 stacks of scaffolding, about 9.5 stacks of slabs. You guys can use any type of slab that you want. By the way, if you guys are only going to make 1 layer of this farm, you'll only need about 7 stacks of slabs. And finally, about 35.5 stacks of solid blocks. You guys can use any type of solid block that you want. By the way, if you guys are only going to make 1 layer of this farm, you'll only need about 24 stacks of solid blocks. Although this may seem like a lot of materials, it will be well worth it in the end because this farm is very efficient. It is a lot more efficient than my previous mob and XP farms. The first step is to choose an area to make your farm. I recommend you guys make this farm over an ocean. If you guys choose to make this farm over land, the farm will still work. However, you might need to light up some area underneath the farm. At this point, if you guys choose to make your farm over land, build up 50 blocks. If you guys chose to make it over an ocean, build out 50 blocks into the ocean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After building out 50 blocks into the ocean, make sure you're at least 50 blocks away from all land on all sides of you. If you are not at a spot that is at least 50 blocks away from all land, build out further into the ocean. Now build up 50 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once you have built up 50 blocks, come back down. Now place ladders from here to the top of this pillar. By placing these ladders, you will be able to easily access your farm. After placing those ladders, place a block over here and 2 over here. Then build 5 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now fill in this little outline with solid blocks. Then come back over here. Now place a piston at the spot, piston over here, piston over here, and piston over here. Once you have placed your pistons in that formation, come over to the side. Now place an observer at the spot. Make sure the top arrow of that observer faces that way. Then place an observer over here. Make sure the top arrow of that observer faces this piston. Place an observer over here. Make sure the top arrow faces that way. Observer over here. Make sure the top arrow faces this piston. Observer at the spot. Make sure the top arrow faces that way. Observer over here, make sure the top arrow faces this next piston. Observer over here, make sure the top arrow faces that way. And finally, an observer over here, make sure the top arrow faces this piston. It's important that all of your observers are facing the correct directions. The next step is to place 4 blocks over here, 3 over here, and 3 over here. Now take a trident and throw it at this piston. Now place a lever over here and flick it once. Once the piston stops moving, flick it up. As you guys can see here, the piston should then move around infinitely. Now flick this lever down to shut it off. That will create a trident killer system which will automatically kill all the mobs in this farm. The next step is to place 2 glass blocks over here and a stair at this spot. Make sure the stair is placed like that. Now place 3 blocks like this and 2 over here. Now place another layer of blocks on top. Once you guys are done placing those blocks, come over to this side. Now place a layer of blocks over here. Then come to the back. Now place a layer of blocks over here. Finally, come to this side and place a layer of blocks over here. By placing those blocks, we will ensure that no mobs are able to glitch out of the farm. The next step is to place 2 campfires over here, 2 over here, 2 over here, and 2 over here. Those campfires will help prevent spiders from being able to climb out of the trident killer. The next step is to come down here. Now count down 4 blocks from the spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now place 2 blocks over here. Then build 3 blocks this way. 1, 2, 3. Now crouch down and place down 2 chests. Then crouch down and place a hopper at this spot. Make sure the nozzle of that hopper funnels downwards. Then crouch down and place a rail over here. Now place a minecart with hopper on top. Then place a block on each of these sides. That will be the collection system of this farm. By creating this system underneath the trident killer, the minecart with hopper will collect items from the killed mobs, funnel them into the hopper, and funnel them into the collections chest. The next step is to place a torch over here, and torch over here. Those torches will provide light so you can ensure no mobs spawn down here. The next step is to come up to this spot, then build up 16 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now build up 16 blocks on all the other campfires as well. The next step is to break these 2 blocks. Now place down 2 magma blocks. Then place a block in each of these corners. Now place 2 blocks over here, 2 over here, 2 over here, and 2 over here. The next step is to come to one corner. Now build up 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then extend this 5-block high wall all the way around this little platform. After you've done that, place a sign over here and a sign over here. Now place a water bucket at each of these spots. That water will push mobs that fall over here down into the kill chamber. By the way, the reason why we place those magma blocks is so that spiders will be killed even if they happen to get stuck at the spot. The next step is to come over to this corner. Now build out 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then come over to this corner. Now build out 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then come over to this corner. Then build out 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally, come over to this corner. Now build out 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After you guys are done creating that outline, fill it in with solid blocks. After you guys are done with that step, you should have a platform that is 19 by 19 blocks. The next step is to create a 1-block high wall all the way around this entire platform. After you have created that wall, place some stairs all on top of that wall. Once you guys are done placing all those stairs, place some scaffolding on top of each of the blocks of this platform. Once you guys are done placing all that scaffolding, your farm should be looking like this. The next step is to create an infinite water source. To do that, come to one side of your farm. Now place down 4 blocks. Now place some blocks all around there. Then place down 2 water buckets. By creating that infinite water source, you guys will be able to use 2 buckets to fill in all the water for this entire farm. Now place a water bucket inside of each stair block. After you guys are done placing all your water, the water should all flow just like this. How this farm works is the mobs will spawn on the blocks underneath the scaffolding, then get pushed by water into the kill chamber. By the way, although spiders are 1 block tall, they will climb up, then get pushed down by the water stream. The next step is to come over here. Now place 2 dead coral fans over here, and 2 over here. By placing those dead coral fans, you will be able to get baby zombies to walk off into the kill chamber of this farm. That is because mobs see dead coral fans as full blocks. The next step is to fill in and break this infinite water source. Now place a block on top of each stair block. The next step is to fill in this top area with solid blocks. After you guys are done doing that, place a layer of blocks all around these stair blocks. By the way, the reason why we place those blocks behind the stair blocks is to prevent light from being able to travel through the stair blocks and get into the farm. The next step is to place a layer of slabs on top of the layer of blocks that are behind the stairs. By doing that, we will be able to prevent mobs from spawning on top of those blocks. At this point, if you guys only have enough materials to make 1 layer of this farm, then cover all these blocks over here with slabs. If you guys have enough materials to keep making more layers of this farm, come over to the center. Then break the center 4 blocks. These 4 blocks that you broke should be directly aligned over this center chamber. After breaking those blocks, create a 1-block high wall all around this platform. Now place some stairs on top of those blocks. Then place scaffolding on top of all of these blocks. After placing all that scaffolding, create an infinite water source. Then place a water bucket inside of each stair block. Once you guys have done that, place a dead coral fan over here and over here. Then turn this way. Now place one over here and one over here. Then fill in and break your infinite water source. The next step is to place a layer of blocks on top of these stairs. Now fill in this top area with solid blocks. Once you guys have done that, place a layer of blocks behind the stairs. Now place slabs on top of that layer of blocks. The next step is to come to the center of this top platform. Then break these 4 center blocks. Once again, make sure they're aligned right over the center tube. You are now going to want to create the last layer of this farm. To do that, just repeat the process that I showed you for making the second layer. After you guys are done creating that layer, place some slabs on top of this platform. By placing these slabs, you will be able to prevent mobs from spawning on top of the farm. After you guys are done placing those slabs, your farm should be complete. I am now going to do a quick fly around so you guys can check and make sure you've made this farm correctly. Down here, you guys should have your collection system. Over here, you guys should have your trident killer. Up here, you guys should have the center tube. In here, you guys should have this little chamber. Then up here, you guys should have all of your mob spawning layers. How this farm works is, whenever you turn the trident killer on and stand over here, mobs will spawn inside of the mob spawning layers. They will then be pushed by water into the trident killer chamber. In the trident killer, they will automatically be killed. You guys can collect all XP by standing over here, and all the loot will get funneled into this collections chest. I am now going to show you all how to use this farm. To use it, turn on the trident killer, then stand over here. Now just wait. Mobs will spawn up in the top chamber, get pushed down here, then get automatically killed. You guys will be able to collect all XP by standing over here, and all the loot will get funneled into the collections chest. By the way, if you guys hold Loot in 3 swords, you will be able to get more loot at a time from this farm. That is because the Loot in 3 effect will be applied to the trident. Whenever you guys want to collect loot, all you have to do is come down here. As you guys can see there, all the loot will be in this collections chest. If this farm does not work for you, then set your world simulation distance to 4 chunks. You guys can do that in the settings of your world. Also, try switching your game to peaceful mode and then to hard. If you guys don't want to set your world simulation distance to 4 chunks, another option would be to light up the area underneath your farm. If you guys made this farm over land and it's not working, I recommend you also light up the area underneath the farm. If you want to expand the collection system of this farm, all you need to do is break this block, then come down here. Now crouch down and place a hopper. Make sure the hopper funnels downwards. Then crouch down and place 2 chests over here. That will allow you to store more loot in this farm. If you guys want to store even more loot than this, you can continue adding hoppers and chests. By the way, if you guys want to prevent your collections chest from getting clogged with bows or other items that you don't want, I recommend you watch my Trident Killer with Item Storage tutorial. A link to that tutorial will be in the description. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make this simple and efficient automatic Minecraft Bedrock Mob XP farm. Let me know if you guys have any suggestions for what I should do in future videos. Please like, comment, subscribe, and check out other Minecraft videos. I upload every day. Thanks for watching.